At today's press conference, I'm pleased to announce we have our first major signing at the club. Welcome, Ben Yedder. You guys as supporters and fans, this was your choice. And I'm happy to include him into the starting 11. We can build a dream squad around him. But I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you to all the support at the club. We're getting results, and Ben Yedder will be the first of many more to come. Welcome back, my friends. Remember, if you guys are enjoying this series, to drop a thumbs up. And as you're seeing on screen, these are players we sold. A lot from the previous team that we put together. It's too bad, actually, that I didn't sell Balotelli during his in-form week. I just forgot that I had an account with Balotelli because he was on a major price bump. So that's poor trading for myself. If you guys were not aware of that for any reason, if you have the player, his regular card, and he gets an in-form, then he's no longer going to be in packs for that week because his in-form player is what you would be packing. Therefore, if you have that player, 100%, he's going to go up in value. And you can see we're putting together our new squad here, which is going to be a La Liga team. And we're going to use Ben Yedder as a center attacking midfielder. And this was meant to come out a bit earlier, but I've been having a lot of issues with corrupt files. And in this case, thankfully, it was only a sound issue, which, it sounds like, oh, that's not a major problem. You cannot put out a video if the sound is off. If the sound quality is no good, no bueno. No, I did not say that right. No bueno. There you go. Remember, these are uncut, unfiltered. I'm coming at you, and we're just going to talk. But the sound quality was no good, and I didn't want to re-record everything just yet. Right when I finished it, I was like, yes, and I had my day kind of planned out because between the YouTube content and the Twitch stream and then FUT Champions, holy moly, you want to talk about some time. I did not realize how many games 40 was within 2 days. If you guys were wondering, I did play a lot on live stream this weekend even, but I went 31 wins, and I think I had 4 losses, so I had 5 games left. I think that's right. If it's incorrect, I know somebody will correct me. But that's what happened. I didn't get to play out the rest of my games. I underestimated how many games you were going to need to play. And then, of course, the addition of overtime and penalty kicks. It's not the best ad. But, yeah, we've almost built our entire squad here. And I'm shocked at how cheap you can put together a quality team in FIFA 17. I guess because of so much coin advertisement in previous years and the fact that EA's done things just a little bit different in general, I'm accustomed to players selling for a bit more than where they're at right now, even if they are regular rare players. And that's what we've got. But we are still undefeated in the series as we go into the new episode. We haven't got any word from our chief financial officer with John on where we're going to maybe get some boost in terms of FIFA points or a new investment, which is fine. We've still got plenty. And he hasn't given word for any types of tournaments or drafts or something along those lines. You can see this is what I had before I started building the squad. In Zanzi, Koke, and Jeremy Matthew, we had all these players prior to putting together this team. That's another reason that I wanted to build out this team. And we're save coins. They were all packed or untradeable packed players. And you can see on the new squad, we've now got Pato, Bakumbu. We have Turan to go with Ben Yedder, our new signing. De Marcos, Jimenez, who is relatively cheap. Trey Molinas, who I've always had a lot of love for, and Sirigu. And I'm going to use this episode to really discuss this team and tell you what's good, what's bad, which players stand out, and which players you can leave them. You can leave them. You just don't need them. So you get a little bit of a mini squad review. We're going to get some more free coins here in the catalog. Please use the catalog. The catalog is your friend. And a lot of people forget to get the kits, to use the coin boost, to buy the balls. You can quick sell all these items as we go into match numero uno. And he's got a loaned Harry Kane. He also has Dembele on the wing, who's a great card. If you've never used him, he does have a 1 to watch, which I guess they're out of packs now at the time this video is coming out, I think. But if not, as we get just a magnificent strike from De Marcos. He points to his right leg after hitting it with his left. I'm sure that makes everybody happy, which doesn't make sense that he's able to do this. Don't get me wrong, I love De Marcos, but I don't think long shots with his weak foot top corner is something that you should be able to expect. I'm still loving the reverse feint And I've done a tutorial. I'm going to do a more advanced tutorial actually covering the body feint. If you guys have any tutorials or tips that you want to see down below, please drop a comment. Let me know. Ooh. And also let me know what was your FUT draft, or sorry, excuse me, FUT Champions record in the comments, because it's completed. We had our first weekend league. I'd like to see how you guys did. And I'm having a little bit of some allergies, so if you hear me sniffling a little bit, I don't mean to do it. It's out of the ordinary. It's not normal. It's not regular. As we can see, just a terrible goal. It made no sense. Dominated our first opponent as well. And you never know what you're going to get in divisions because the game's still so new. Some people that are really good could be in Division 10 or 9 or 8 or 7 and so forth and so on. They just haven't grinded divisions quite yet. So who you get matched up with can still be a little bit of a toss-up. I would say in the next couple weeks it's going to truly level out, so to speak, where the guys in Division 1 are the typical dudes that are in Division 1 and so forth all the way down. Because the game's been out for a while, most of the guys that are looking forward to FIFA, wanted to play FIFA, have picked it up and started to grind out a little bit, even if they didn't have a lot of time on their hands. As we get another banger there. Look at Ben Yedder. Excuse me. I apologize. You'll never see that in a commentary from me, probably ever. But these, I just wanted to make sure that they came kind of that unfiltered feel as we go into match numero dos. And I think he had Lukaku, and we are off to a terrible start. It's great defense, actually. Nothing wrong. It just falls to Lukaku's big left foot. He's having a great season at Everton. Everton's last couple of results have been a little bit of a disappointment, though. But big man on campus. He's going to finish that all the time. Just kind of unlucky that the build-up didn't warrant the finish. It's better when they both go together, right? It makes you feel, oh, look at the build-up included there, though. That's how you unlock a midfield. If you want to see that tutorial, by the way, drop a thumbs up or say something in the comments. It's a tutorial I made last year about basically how to break down somebody's midfield, and I definitely want to do that again. That's a poor finish. We get a little bit lucky on the rebound. I'll take it. The angle was all off when I let that loose. And after playing FUT Champions, I can confidently say that a lot of skills are just not there. When you're going against people that are using so much custom tactics and so much defensive holding the ball play, you're going to lose friends with FUT Champions. And that's a very nice Turan. I salute you. Bottom corner, well done. 4-1. We're looking good. Halftime, yes! That's how it should be. Anytime I'm out here in these streets, that's how it should be. But not bad, and we're trying to pile it on. I'm guilty as a player of taking my foot off the gas pedal. I don't beat people terrible that often, as we just get a lovely finish there from Pato. A little throwback Thursday. Almost a half volley finesse shot. I'll take it. But I usually will get up 2 or 3 goals, and you might feel like you've been dominated. But in terms of the scoreline being just disgusting, it doesn't happen that often. But we do draw a penalty. Not a bad penalty kick there either. 6-1. And I actually think I could have done even better in FUT Champs. There was a couple games, if you were watching on the live stream. Sorry, it's on my mind right now because it just happened. And that was our first experience with that game mode. But there's a couple games where I was ahead and I gave up something in the 90th minute, which is really out of character for me. I felt like I just wasn't a hoe quite enough. And this is going to be our second team where I had a bunch of BPL players, or Premier League players. And we're going to pick up Mr. Delph. We're going to bring him in, Bobby and Delph. And then we're also going to get Bohan, who I think is another good fit for the team. I think that he'll work well. And they were very minimal investments to be able to progress and have a second squad on deck at the moment. And we still have Lukaku on the bench, which makes it very easy for us when we run out of that legend, which we are going to lose the legend after this game, to go ahead and be able to throw somebody else in there to at least buy us some time. And it's not like a bad choice either, as Musa, the legend that he is, one of the most overpowered players I've used in FIFA 17, especially in the Premier League. You do not want to run up against Musa. Even in FUT Champs, I saw people using Musa. That's how good he is. As we get a little 1-2, the game was kind of laggy, and we're doing a lot of gameplay in this episode. I decided, screw it! I'm doing a complete division. People want some length on the episodes. We're going to do a complete division, and that is just a thing of beauty. When the 1-2 connects, you just look like a brilliant player. You planned it out. It was magnificent. Oh, golly, Mike, that was bad. I got caught between saying magnificent and then I was going to go like the Spanish version, and then that came out. So just allow that to slide. But we were up 3-0 there at half, and it wasn't going to get better. I was kind of hoping for a rage quit just because the connection was rough. And I don't know what decides some of the connections. Some games, it seems like it's all good. Other times, not so much, as we toe poke it in there. Ugly rebound. Another question I have for you guys, if anyone has an El Gato, so the last couple days I've lost a lot of footage because, and that's a good piece of luck there, you better open a fortune cookie with that one, but the last couple days I had issues with my El Gato. After I've recorded the footage, I'm rendering it out. That's how El Gato works. You stop recording, it starts rendering, and after I render it, then when I'm looking at the footage, it's been like sped up, but in a laggy way. It's losing frames or frames are dropping, and it's not going to be something I could ever use for a YouTube video. It's unwatchable, and that's why I ask you guys if anyone in here has any experience with that issue or how to troubleshoot an Elgato. If you got a step by step for me, let me know in the comments. That's a good goal, but Sirigu, what are you doing? Goalkeepers from time to time just fall down, and I'm not sure why. Why is this happening is the question for me. I just don't get it. Like, Sirigu, check this out. The ball's not even there yet, and he already fell over. It just, it doesn't make sense. And we should have scored there. Nice little scoop turn. Scoop turn is still good. Fake shot's still good. I actually like the roulette this year. And I don't mean to say that skill moves have no value, but you cannot abuse skills to progress your gameplay. Does that make sense? It should. Let me give you a little more of a different scenario here. So you can use skill moves as we hit the post, and you saw the fast forward, so you know this ain't going to be good. And it's a penalty kick. And that's the worst. That is the worst. I don't think it was a deserved penalty either. But skill moves can still be used, but you just have to catch somebody slipping. The issue is that the defensive AI doesn't fall for skills. You can run around the defensive AI, but you can't beat them with skill moves. And when someone parks the bus or packs their box, no way! You got no chance to be able to beat that type of player. No, it just won't work for you. It's unfortunate. We're not happy about it. It's just the truth this year as Lukaku comes in off the bench, makes his presence heard, makes it felt. Yeah, boy. And we are back into business. Well, it's kind of back into business. It started. We still have a ways to go here. Get a good little 1-2 again, sort of. Hits his feet. Great touch in traffic. And Lukaku with the double trouble. And now we've really started the comeback. I could not believe this. Yet again, a penalty kick, same place. Might be the same player. And thankfully he went to the same direction. And Sirigu taps it home or touches it with his knees. We'll work with that. And then corner kicks are corner kicks. I'm going to make a video, maybe even today, on working on how to defend corners. I do want to make a lot of disclaimers in that video because some things that happen on corner kicks, they're just random. And there's nothing that can protect you. There's no universal way to stop random corner kick stuff from happening. And when I say random, as we get a nice little chip life there, Japes would approve. If I throw in a corner, you head it out, it goes to one of my guys, I shoot, it deflects off one of your guys, falls into the path of another one of my players, and he taps it home. That is a random segment of gameplay, right? It's a totally random situation there, and there's no tutorial or tip that's going to solve that for you because you didn't do anything wrong. It was just bad luck, and the corner mechanics this year just aren't that good. As we love to go down 1-0, it appears, and we get decent sideline work here. What you going to do with it? Let them know. Back to the top of the box, and look at the box right there though. It's so packed. Like, where are you going to use a bunch of skills to burst through? That just seems to be a reoccurring theme. I was talking about it with a couple of my Twitch TV subscribers as we score another corner kick yet again. And I've made a tutorial on how to score corners, where to put them, what's going to put you in the best position to score corners. But they are too strong right now. They're too strong and they feel too random as we get pretty much a second corner that should have went in. People love that back post cross if you're going short, and then you can also count on the near post area, just driving that in, making it happen. And we get a kind of good fortune on the Berber spin. I liked how I timed it, and it worked. We laid it off. There's our finish. We're ahead, 2-1. What you gonna do from there? We go for the chip, being cheeky as we are, and not so much. But with the team, This team, I didn't like the center backs, actually. Jimenez and Matthew, neither of them struck me as special players. Both fullbacks were good to go. Not a surprise there. Trey Molinas and DeMarcos have always been solid, right? I've never had issues with them. Nzonzi, you can count on him. I think I would have preferred to have a center mid that felt different. Like Koke and Turan feel similar, and I would have preferred one of them to be a different style of center mid, whether it's a faster guy, maybe a different dribbler, or maybe even more defense. I don't know. They felt too similar for me, and it didn't necessarily work how I thought it would. It didn't click. Ben Yedder was the real deal. I liked Pato. I liked Bakambu. Can't get angry at that triangle. We were able to come back, get things going. And I'm buying the coin boost, so I make sure I don't forget in the next episode. And the same goes with some of these kits. Why not? Buy them, sell them. Let's make it happen. But I've got some special choices for you guys. Once again, we got the supporters' choice. So you guys let me know how we're changing the teams, what kind of upgrades we're going to make. But until next time, peace.
Today, we're building our reserve team. I brought you 3 young, talented options from 3 different leagues. Starting off with option A, we got Fosu Mensah from Manchester United, and that means we will be starting off with a Premier League team. Option B, I know you've heard this guy's name. We got straight out of Milan, Niang. He's a striker with the skills to pay the bills. If we pick him, we'll be starting off our reserve team from the Italian league. For our final choice, we got option C, Dembele, an explosive winger out of Borussia Dortmund, which means we would be building our team out of the Bundesliga. Just as last time, this is supporters' choice. So we got option A, option B, or option C. Who will you pick?